Buenas gente, sean bienvenidos a un nuevo video y el día de hoy se estrena lo que es la cinemática de la ruina de esta temporada 2021. Vamos a verla junto con ustedes. Parece ser que se vienen grandes cosas, así que vamos a ver.
La montura está floja otra vez. ¿Qué le hiciste a esta cosa?
Ojo con la
La
voz de nada.
arreglarás antes de Pueblo de Barro. Con las corrientes y los vientos, estaremos ahí en 3 días.
La niebla. Él está cerca. La ruina. Viego.
La niebla debería estar a leguas de aquí.
Bueno, nos ahorró el viaje.
Demen.
Cena.
Hey. Nosotros no huimos de la oscuridad.
Iluminamos el camino.
Ojo. Bueno, pues ya Senda como es medio parte de ellos. ¡Ojo!
Tú no perteneces aquí.
He caminado a través de la muerte y de la ruina para volver con ella. ¡Devuélveme a mi reina!
Vas a destruir este mundo.
Ella es mi mundo.
¡Ojo! ¡Ah, sabía! La Poppy. Oh, esto significa que a la Bane, ¿eh? Ojo, entonces esa es la esposa de Viego. Ojo en la espada. Estuvo
Debemos
genial.
regresar por ella.
Cena. No podemos derrotarlo solos.
Wow. En las cinemáticas que nos han dado a Riot, esta ha sido una de las mejores, gente. Bueno, pues ahora vamos a ver los campeones que tienen esta temporada. El Build-Up de League of Legends.
Hi, I'm Ryan Reeve Morales, the lead producer of the Champions team. I want to take a little time to talk with you
Uf.
about some of the plans Champions Team has
Gente,
in
o sea,
store for
estuvo
2021.
nice, estuvo nice.
So last year, we set a goal to ship at least one new champion in every position, with the exception of mid lane, where we wanted to have both a mage and a melee champion. We believe that players shouldn't have to go longer than a year to get a new champion to try in their role. So this is something we plan on doing again this year. Up first on that list is a new jungler, one you just saw in the opening cinematic. That's right, we're finally bringing Viego, the Ruin King, into League as a playable champion. At long last, he's more than just an item, and to prove it, here's a quick peek at the new gameplay they'll be bringing to the Rift.
Ojo, el gameplay. Oh. What? Oh.
If you want to try him out yourself, he'll be hitting PBE very soon and goes live later this month.
Ojo, vamos a jugarlo, gente. La verdad, esta sí la vamos a jugar Viego en el PB.
So Viego's release is just the start of the Ruin King story, and the next 3 new champions we will be releasing this year will also tie into Viego's return. Now for a while, we've been wanting to add more magic damage fighters, especially one tailor-made for top lane. We believe snipping a bigger space out of our roster for AP fighters will not only lead to more diversity in top lane, but also more choices for other lanes as well.
Y además esas habilidades que
And with
sacó
that
Viego,
in mind,
gente, o sea,
we began to sew
es increíble,
together
La
a
verdad,
new
se están pasando
champion
bastante bien
for
con
the
este
Ruin
Ruin King.
King's return. But where do their loyalties lie? With Viego or with Senna and Lucian in the fight for hope? Also, for our internet sleuths out there, we hid a small Easter egg for this champ in the Ruin King game. So let's see if any of you can find it. So after we pass through the new
Habrá que buscarlo cuando
next
salga Ruin
champion
King.
after that is a gloomy new artillery mage who'd prefer if we just didn't even bother her at all. I mean, I don't blame her. These days there's so much skill shots and dashes.
Curioso que
and hyperactivity
intenta el chavo
on
como que darle un
somebody's
poco
rift.
más de emoción, pero
Either
está como
way,
que de
as
hueva,
tiring
gente.
as all these champions can be, shooting skill shots
Pero está bien,
everywhere,
está bien.
sure beats being
Se
back in that
aprecia su
happy-go-lucky Vandal City.
interés en
She would
están
choose
demostrarnos
anything
un
over
poco
that
más de eso, ¿no?
colorful, horrible, bright place. Now, the third champion that'll be part of the Ruin King's return is a Marksman. But much like Senna, they are planned for a non-traditional position. It's a bit too early, though, to say more about this champ, so look out for future roadmaps for a new Sentinel of Light.
Ojo, se viene un nuevo centinela de soporte, ¿eh? Ok.
Now that we've talked about some of our plans for new champions, let's get right into VGUs. So first of all, we're still hard at work on the Dr. Mundo update, which should go live this spring. We really want to amplify Mundo's whole dark comedy theme while bringing his visuals up to date as well. Last time we shared his new concept, we heard a lot of feedback from players that his hair was a bit too well-groomed for Mundo. We talked as a team about that, and we agreed with it. So we updated it to look less well-kept, as you can see in the new portrait art shown here. Now as for this gameplay, we still want Mundo to go where he pleases, chucking cleavers along the way. So we'll be keeping a lot of what you love about Mundo intact. But look out for a new dev blog this week that'll go way deeper into Mundo's development. Finally, we announced another player choice VGU poll last year, and while we didn't quite make it for 2020, we're happy to say it's coming this week. You'll be able to choose which champion you think we should update next.
Okay.
The poll will include 5 champions, 2 returning champions in Shyvana and Nocturne, as well as 3 newcomers in Udyr, Quinn, and Skarner.
Skarner necesita mucho ese reward, la verdad.
Learn more about why we
Yo
chose
votaría por Skarner.
what we would consider
Está
changing on them,
muy out.
so that you can make the best, most informed decision on who to vote for. This will be coming in a dev blog along with the poll this week. So that wraps it up for Champions.
Eso en
team.
Nocturne
I
también ya
can't
está
wait
como
for
que muy
you
fuera,
all
pero
to
pues es
see
muy
the new
fácil también
champions
usar.
we have in store for Viego's return, as well as what you think of Mundo's VGU progress. Thanks for watching, and see you on the Rift.
Bien, bien, bien.
I am so excited to welcome all of you to the start.
Bueno, ahora vamos a ver la Julia de este 2021.
Today I'm
O
going to talk about some of the
2021.
recent updates we've made to help you get ready for this new season, as well as some of the things we're working on that we haven't released yet. So let's get to it.
Bien. Un
This
resumencito.
preseason, we've completely revamped League's item system to keep the game's foundation strong as it continues to evolve. Deciding which items to buy is part of your path to victory in every game. And item choices, stats, and effects should be clear and understandable. So we took a look at every item and talked about what was working well and what we could improve. Some items haven't changed much, but we've removed some others and added some new picks, all to make sure that each item has a clear and unique purpose in the game.
Ok.
One problem we especially wanted to solve was that most of the time, earning a powerful item just wasn't very rewarding. Getting your first big item should feel impactful, and champions of every playstyle should have multiple choices to be excited about. So, we've added Mythics, a new item class with a powerful effect that shape the way you play each game.
La verdad es que hay gente
These
que no se
open
hace el
new
mítico
strategic
y
options and give you more
queda muy por
control on
detrás.
how you want to play. And because Mythics are so powerful, you can only have one at a time, so choose wisely. Another area we focused on was the shop itself. We've wanted to improve the shop for a long time, but the technology it was using was too old and fragile. We've completely rebuilt the shop with new tech and tons of improvements. For example, we've smartened up the recommended tab to make suggestions based on what high-level players are building and which items are good against
Sí.
the enemy team. So if you're worried about having to relearn items, don't panic. The new shop's got your back. Updating such a foundational system is going to have a big impact on the game. So we're keeping a close eye on balance and what everyone is building, especially in these first few months.
Y esto que dices es una gran ayuda, porque generalmente hay gente que no sabe qué armarse y a veces la tienda de recomendados no es suficiente, entonces que te recomiende cosas que se arman los celos altos es genial, es grandioso, porque
In
así
addition to
también
the
todos
item
van al
system
meta.
overhaul, we're making some changes to Ranked to prep for this season. So before you get started on the climb, which by the way you can do today, let's take a look at what's new. We know it's been frustrating to win streak into promos only to go 1 and 2 when the stakes are high. So we're removing promotion series between divisions. You'll still go through promos between tiers, like from silver to gold, but otherwise it's smooth climbing. This means that you'll no longer have demotion protection between divisions, but you'll still have that buffer once you reach a new tier. We also know that starting a new season just to grind back up to where you finished the previous one can feel a little tedious. So we've adjusted the way that provisionals work. This year, you should start your climb closer to where you ended. And for all of us sweaty hopefuls, Master Tier and above unlocks immediately with the new rank season, which means the race to be first in Challenger is open today. There's still a minimum LP requirement for Grandmaster and Challenger, but no more waiting 2 weeks for it to unlock. It's ready now, if you are.
Bien.
Finally, we've been making some improvements to matchmaking and player behavior features. Over the past 6 months, we've been improving our detection and punishment of players who quit or intentionally ruin the game for others. While we still have a lot to do, we've been able to improve detection of players intentionally feeding by 40%. And we're also seeing meaningful decreases in players AFKing in games. But even if it's happening less, when it does happen, it can be really frustrating. So one of the big highlights we've recently shipped is LP mitigation. So
Sí.
now you don't lose as much LP when someone on your team AFKs in ranked. And players who leave will also lose more LP for abandoning their team.
La verdad es la mejor opción que han hecho, porque hay gente que sí amenazó como de vete a me voy a AFK o si no termina esto, y créanme que ya es mejor, es preferible que se vayan a AFK y no estén así estorbando en el juego porque les van a mitigar este LP. Van a perder menos LP.
Over 28 million players played Clash in 2020, and we want to keep that momentum going. This year, we want to make sure that everyone who wants to play Clash can participate. So we're looking at improvements to the free agent tab. Right now, a group of 4 can find their missing player, but we're also exploring a way for free agents to find themselves a team. We're also going to test running Clash tournaments during the week, so that those of you who work weekends will still have your shot at glory. Or going 0-3 like I usually do. Although I swear I have won a Clash once. The first Clash tournament of 2021 starts next weekend. We know it'd be a little much to finish all of your placements before then, so for this tournament only, you don't need to be placed in ranked. Looking further towards the future, we want to focus on improving the systems that exist around the game. And let me tell you, League has a lot of these. Ranked, honor, summoner level, champion mastery, event passes, you get the point. Needless to say, there's a lot going on, and it doesn't always feel like things are working together. Spending time in League should feel meaningful, no matter how you're doing it. And we want to bring all these complex systems together in a way that gives you clear progress and rewards for everything that you do. We also want to recognize your personal accomplishments and playstyle and show them off to other players. So whether it's flexing on your friends with your rank, celebrating your skin collection of your favorite champion, or just how many champs you have Mastery 7 on, we want the way you play to feel meaningful and easy to show off. Now, we're still in early development on all this, but we'll share more
con eso,
this
gente.
year. Now, good luck with your
Eso
time in
se ve
ranked,
interesante,
rerolls
se ve
in
muy
ARAM,
interesante.
and snatching that Clash trophy with your friends. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing all of you on the Rift.
Pues nos vamos a la derecha.
Hey everyone, I'm John,
Bueno, ahora
aka
nada más
Bellissimo, and I'm the
los
product
eventos
lead
que
for
vienen.
personalization and
Ya lo
events
último, gente.
on the League dev team. Let's not waste any time and get into some of the things that we have planned for 2021.
Ok, a ver qué nos tienen.
With over 150 champions in League, there are a lot of mains to make skins for. So in 2020, we stepped up the number of skins that we ship each year, in hopes that champion mains would no longer have to wait years between skins. But that doesn't mean our work is
Más
done.
divertida, la verdad,
There are still some champions who haven't
La
gotten
que más me
skin
gusta,
in
de
a
hecho.
while. So this year, you can expect something for Fiddlesticks, Tom Kench, Corky, Camille, Galio, Lulu, Nautilus, Wukong, Nunu, Sejuani, Rumble, Yumi,
En Twitch.
and Twitch. If your favorite champion isn't on the list, don't worry. There are lots more to come as we plan to ship over 140 skins this year.
Ok.
This also includes some skins for our more popular champions, including Vayne, Caitlyn, and Blitzcrank.
Lo que me pregunto es
For anything
qué skin
thematic,
saldrá
there's
con,
only so
con
many
Viego, la
champions
verdad.
that really makes sense in that world. With us making more and more skins every year, it means that we run into a problem that we call thematic exhaustion. This means that we've either run out of champions that work well in a thematic, or players show their lack of interest through purchase rate, play rate, and feedback. All of this indicates that we should keep trying new things. We'll still be revisiting some of our most popular thematics this year, like Project and Battle Academia, but we also want to explore new worlds. In February, we'll be celebrating Lunar New Year with a brand new thematic, set in 2057, the year of the Ox. Lunar Beast is a world where futuristic cityscapes and ancient temples collide. High-fashion streetwear with a touch of traditional elegance is the style of this year's Lunar New Year celebration. Here's a first look at Fiora, Jarvan, and Alistar, who are all part of this year's Lunar Beast squad.
Oh, están muy
If
chidos, la verdad.
psychedelic retrofuturism in space is
Aunque
more
es
your
cierto,
vibe, then
hay
good
gente
news.
que no le interesa. Bueno, a
Our
mí casi no
second
me
major
interesa lo de
thematic of the
ese
year
evento
is
lunar.
Space Groove, an eccentric take on a sci-fi universe full of
Oye.
far-out fun and color.
Oye, ese se ve
The laws of physics
divertido.
and logic don't always apply here, but some of our favorite champions just really dig that, man.
Eso se ve, eso sí
We
los
have lots of
compraría.
ideas
O
for
sea,
new
eso
thematics,
se ve que
and
sí.
we'd love your help in prioritizing
Esa
which
temática
ones
se ve
you
genial,
want
eh.
to see the most. So this week, we're holding a player choice vote
Un mini
between
Nasus
three
ahí en
thematics that we've been
ese
exploring.
robotcito
Code Name,
alienígena.
Monster Tamers, Crime City Nightmare, and Debonair 2.0. Monster Tamers is a world where champions harness powerful creatures from across Runeterra
Tomadas
to
de
challenge each
monstruos.
other in high-stakes matches. In Crime City Nightmare, we focus on the crimescape that is Valorant City, where a street war takes a dark and horrifying turn, as a mysterious figure introduces those desperate for power to an
Bien,
ancient
Cthulhu, eh.
Cthulhu-inspired evil.
Oye, ese está chido, ese de
Finally,
Twisted
we have
Fate.
Debonair 2.0. In a world where powerful elixirs grant extraordinary abilities, two rival clubs vie for power. Classy opulence meets modern noir as champions work together to take back what they believe is
¿Y
theirs.
ese qué sería, Lucian?
We're going to ship whichever thematic gets the most votes this year, and we may revisit some of the others later, depending on your interest and feedback.
Que hay
We've been
eventos.
working to improve events on League, and this year, there are three main areas we want to focus on. For starters, we're going to keep running featured game modes alongside every major event. One of our biggest learnings last year was that players most actively played modes that amplify champion fantasies. For example, in Earth, we amplify fantasies by asking, what if my champion could cast all the time? Or in One for All, we ask, what if my champion got to stack with itself? We believe that there are other interesting ways to amplify champion fantasies, and we'll be exploring a new mode in 2021, as well as bringing back our existing roster of rotating game modes. The second area we'd like to focus on is the event pass system. 2020 was a crazy year, and while we were able to ship a lot of content, we weren't able to get to some of the event pass changes that we were hoping to. We think clarity and ease of experience can improve a lot, and we'll be sharing more details on our plans to revamp the system in the first half of this year.
Pues
Finally,
esas tiendas
one of the things that made Spirit
estaban
Blossom
chidas, o
stand
sea,
out from other events was that it was centered around the lore of Runeterra. We've gotten feedback that you want to see Runeterra stories move forward, the world evolve, and League's champions continue their journeys. At the end of Spirit Blossom, Ari and Yasuo left Ionia on an adventure to Bilgewater. Their story will continue in The Ruined King.
entonces ya vimos que sí es canon, ahí está ya.
Viego's back, and we'll be following his path of
Sus
destruction in
andadas
League
en
PC
PC.
later this year. Where will the ruination spread next?
Oh, están
Who
los
can
skins,
stand
gente
up
que
to
se
the Ruined
vienen.
King?
El rey
Who
arruinado.
will fall?
Que es lo que vimos en parte de la cinemática,
The
O
only
sea, que
reason we
estén
get to do
cerca de
any
la
of this
ruina.
cool stuff is because of your
Les sale
continuity.
la corona de Viego.
So on behalf of the League dev team, thank you.
Pues ya está. Pues bueno, gente, pues ya lo vieron. Realmente la temática que viene este 2021 de lo que viene a ser esta nueva season va a estar genial realmente. El gameplay que se aventaron con Viego, esa cinemática, gente, la verdad, para mí ha sido de las mejores que ha sacado en este momento, además de las de Awakening y todo eso, que son cinemáticas con música y todo eso, pero esta vez que sacaron una cinemática en base a eso, incluso la que sacó hace tiempo, en donde están todos llegando a la grieta, esta, yo digo que se lleva un buen, se lleva más puntos que esas cinemáticas que sacó. Pero bueno, espero que les haya gustado este video, la hayan disfrutado tanto conmigo, y pues nos vemos en la grieta. Vamos a estar jugando las primeras 10 clasificatorias de esta season. Nos vemos a las 3 p.m. Y pues ya saben, yo soy DarkAsber y nos vemos en otro video.